Mark Seifter.
And I'm Linda Zias Palmer.
And this is Arcane Mark Plays Dawnsbury Days.
And I'm Linda Zias Palmer. Hello everybody and welcome to our Dawnsbury Days adventure. We are going to be taking our heroic party of 4, 3 fighters and 1 lone cleric, and storming the demonic fortress. We have not played this particular adventure of Dawnsbury Days before, so we are going to be experiencing it for the first time with you guys and seeing how well our team stacks up.
That's right. So far, we've been able to win in hard mode, whatever we did in hard mode, but let's see if that is going to continue. It could stop at any time. Here we go. Story mode.
Continue.
Well, I'll load game just in case.
Oh, load game, yeah.
Continue is probably going to just take us to the same place that we were at, but what's going on here? Oh, I see. I was very confused. I saw April 12th and April 13th, and it was literally a year ago that we played it the last time.
That's true. That's true.
Like, or literally a year before the...
Yeah.
But one day after a year before.
So, did we finish sorting out Anacastia's daily preparations?
Yes,
I remember
I think
swapping
we did.
out, like...
It was just her spells,
yeah.
so...
We swapped out something she had in level 1 that wasn't useful for... Right, we swapped out... She had, magic weapon, I think.
Yes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what
And then we changed it. Okay. Sounds good.
Alright, neat. So... We took a long rest. We're going to the demonic fortress.
And we did distribute the loot from the party panel already, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay, awesome.
However, we may... Was there some kind of a rune that we wanted to mess around with, or no? I think maybe not. I think we applied them all. Okay, yeah, so we're in good situation. Matt Guy Dave says the best reason to play 3 fighters is so Mark and Linda don't spend the whole stream on spell prep. I mean, you never know. By the way, we made a spell preparation episode that you can check out on Arcane Mark. So we're moving forward. We found information that pointed us to a dark fortress. The very next day, we stand at its gates. In front of the gates, there's an unexpected friend.
Is this going to be a friend or a friend? I think we're about to find out.
We have to figure it out.
A girl in front of the demonic fortress. She's wielding a magic longsword.
Really? Let me see.
Looks like you're not the only child adventuring around here.
That's not a child. It's an angel. Halt! In the name of heaven!
We're not going to fight an angel, are we?
Of course not. My name is Anna Cuesta, and we are the Dawnsbury 4. We're here to rescue our friend Lenka from this fortress. Right. Of course, sorry. Good. Literally. Right.
The angel doesn't look to be an experienced warrior.
We need to help the angel.
Who are you? Oh, yes, of course. Sorry. I'm Lori. Oh, I mean, L'Oreal Brightshield, Angel Cleric 5 of the Cerulean Sky. I'm here to save our plane from destruction, I think.
Save our plane from what?
Destruction, I think. Or something like that, anyway. Our divinations are blocked, but that just means the demons are plotting something really bad.
Maybe you should start at the beginning, Miss Brightshield. Perhaps there are better times for an extended discussion. If there are enemies on the other side of that door, they'll have heard us by now.
In any case, our objectives are aligned. We need to push into the fortress and rescue Lenka.
Agreed. Will you assist us in rescuing our friend from the demons, Miss Brightshield? Yes, of course. Wouldn't be a lawful good angel otherwise, after all. I don't quite know what to do. You can focus on healing and supportive buffs, or on fighting the best you can. As for tactics, I'll take command. Now let's move.
Something is off.
Traps?
Yes, I think so. But also that door on the other side.
It's lawful.
Objects don't have alignments.
Right, exactly.
Dismissing ineffective illusion. Proceeding to melee combat.
Remember the traps. Seek before you move.
There we go.
All right, let's see.
So she's an angel.
And she's legit an angel. She's not just pretending.
That's true. She's an angel cleric 5, it said. So she's got a bunch of different spells in here. And she's got some kinds of angel abilities where her spells come back at the end of every encounter. Okay, that's pretty legit.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of heals per encounter, guys. We're gonna
try to use
we're gonna try to use Lori for healing instead of Anna.
Yes.
All right, so let's see.
I want to see the comments real quick.
Okay.
Let's see. People talking about how long we spent shopping in the last one. Oh, how did they say her name? Right, that's right.
It wasn't Anaquesta.
Anaquesta. Yeah, that was it. Okay.
So this is a very good shape to seek, I think.
That sounds good.
There we go. Whoa.
That's a lot of traps.
That's a lot of traps. Okay. Unfortunately, disarming traps definitely, takes a lot of actions, so I think what we're gonna do here is probably attack. Wait, what is this on the ground, too? There's another thing that says hazard?
Yes.
That wasn't within the seek, but I see 4 other spaces that say hazard.
Yeah. Maybe those are just obvious ones.
Yeah, I guess so. So, I'll just have her shoot at this door warden. Lawful construct. Critical hit. It's now immobilized until it, pulls out the arrow. Alright.
Awesome.
So, I could try to seek on those spots that are obviously hazards, but maybe we can just assume that they're hazards and do an assisting shot. Wait, the hazard went away? No, I see it's still there. It just isn't going to be there when we do this. Okay. Boom! Okay. It was reduced by its resistance 5 to piercing and slashing, but on the other hand, the assisting still happened.
I see. Isn't beat the trap with armor an option to disarm?
Okay. It looks like that those 4 hazard spaces disappeared.
Maybe they weren't supposed to see them.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I guess we can pretend that we didn't and then use seek here. Oh, look, there aren't any over there. Alright, so we get to cast spells, literally pretty much as often as we want. So, what's the deal with this guy? As you expect from a door warden, his fortitude is good, so sound burst is not
Maybe we can get a spiritual weapon going?
Yeah, let's get a spiritual weapon going. I think that's the best bet at this point. So, because
we already spent an action, so we can't.
Yeah, we can't do that. Also, I don't know if we would even be able to choose lawful because we are lawful good as the thing that we're going against. So let's do a spiritual weapon against this guy. He's close to us. Reactive shield.
Shield raise missed. All right. Well, we have a. Oh, that's cool. It's a little icon on the map.
All right. So let's see. Anna can. I guess you can see it there. So let's do this one again. There we go. So we did see that suspiciously some of those other places that seem to be traps are indeed traps. And we'll throw some needle darts at this guy. Was resisted though. That's fine. Okay. So
who can actually disarm traps in our party? Is it only Scarlet?
So the only person who can disarm traps in our party whatsoever is Scarlet, but we can also just not step on them. So we saw that there were more over here, but maybe there weren't. Okay, so what can we sudden charge this guy, I guess?
Yeah.
Nope.
There was one there, we just didn't see it. Okay.
Oh, I guess we should have gone one space farther back because we had reach.
That's fine.
That's fine. We are super good against constructs, so I figured we should do that.
Yeah, because, right, Seffi has the thing. For the anti-construct thing. Alright, well, now we know it's safe. He could go there and attack the wolf.
Yes, we know that movement is safe.
Because trying to go up to the top to do a flank might also trigger a trap.
What says you should end your movement with... Oh, I have to confirm no additional start. Actually, this could be trapped, but it's probably a better space.
Yeah, go for it.
Alright. So the wolf is a lot weaker than this guy, so even though we do less damage to him and stuff, I'd say let's do this.
Yeah,
then we
works.
can fight the abracadabra and the elite demon.
The abracadabra. It's an abracadabra, yeah.
Oh man, still up. He has like what, 1 hit point?
Well, we could make a.
The persistent damage is gonna kill him.
Yeah, I mean, we could make a map strike, or we could seek into the room.
I don't think we need to seek into the room. I think they're coming for us.
Yeah, I think so too.
Alright, so I think while, maybe we would be better off not letting him have a turn. Yeah, I think we just are, but even though he will die automatically from the persistent damage.
Let me give it a shot. Alright.
Could have killed the wolf to stop flanking, but there we go. See, he's gone.
Alright.
It's no big deal. We have a lot of healing due to the fact that the angel can just heal us every fight.
Yeah, so we don't need to worry about that too much.
Alright, so let's see. There's an elite demonic pest and the abracadabra, so what have we got here? We are much more likely to hit the abracadabra. Let's hit the abracadabra. Critical hit! It's immobilized! Alright. And now we can take an exacting strike on the wolf because it's got low... Oh, it hit. Critical hit.
Banished.
Okay,
It was a summoned wolf. Got it.
Scarlet is suddenly becoming
The
like,
accurate
the
Scarlet.
actual accurate. 3
What?
crits in a row.
Oh my god, Scarlet.
What were her rolls there? It was a
The last one was a 20.
She got a 17, then she crit on a 16 against the
Yes.
summoned wolf because I mean it was a summoned wolf, and
and
then a natural 20.
Oh my gosh, Scarlet.
Scarlet, this is not how you used to act. This is great. Good
All
work,
right.
Scarlet. Okay, so
So we're probably gonna want to sustain our spiritual
yes,
weapon.
let's sustain the spiritual weapon.
Maybe we. What
How
do we do for that? Do we
with
click on
other
the spiritual
actions?
weapon itself?
Other action, maneuver, sustain, and attack.
Yeah, there it is.
So let's get the abracadabra. Ooh, it was crit also.
Nice.
All right. So the question is like, should we, since we get these back every encounter, let me make sure that that's what it said, right? They refresh at the end of each encounter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that, I guess we might as well use a giant heal on Safi.
Safi,
Oh,
yeah.
he's not in range.
He's not in range.
Okay.
Well, we can move Lori up then.
We can move her towards where she might eventually be able to,
Yeah.
to heal. And then we can, I don't know, attack with the spiritual weapon again.
Yay, it did it.
Okay, now we need to get that heal off before we win the fight. If
Mm-hmm.
we win on attacks of opportunity, we could be in trouble.
Yes.
That's fine. So, let's see. Is that space able to see that guy? Yes.
Yes, but
Actually,
it's 65 feet away.
Oh, yes, I see. Is that also 65 feet away? That is 55 feet away. So, let's try to go here. Oh, wait.
This is a single move. Yeah, we're not going to be able to get to a
Whatever.
targeting spot.
We'll
on
go
this
here, and yeah, we'll see, but we won't be able to do a needle darts. We're out of range. So we're going to put guidance on Tokdar.
Yeah, let's do it. Whoa.
Alright. Wait, we still... Oh, right, it's a
Because
one
of one
action.
action spell. We can move her up a little more.
Raise her shield.
Okay,
The creature's gonna come for us, I think.
fair enough.
What has it got here? It's got Dimension Door. It's got Strikes. Yeah, it's gonna have to come to attack us, or it's not gonna be able to do anything.
Yeah.
So, I would say
Maybe
we could...
seek into the room then?
Yeah, so let's seek into the room again.
I don't think we've seeked into that room yet.
We did
Other than
somewhat.
just
We
a
got
little bit,
this
yeah.
one, but...
Ooh, fireball trap.
Okay, that sounds not great for us. Alright, so I'm going to seek, back up, and raise the shield.
And to be fair, when we got a free source of money healing, we should have been suspicious that...
Let's use the bonus. Oh no! We didn't get the free healing. We accidentally won with our
it's
reactions.
still going though.
Oh, it's still going.
The next
Still
door
going
counts
because
as part
of
of
the
this
traps
encounter.
are part of the encounter.
Yeah, also the opening next door might be part of the encounter too.
Oh, I don't think, but maybe. That's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Savi really isn't like that hurt by this, so. Alright. Now let's seek again. Nothing found.
Alright, now we can cast the spell.
Well, you might be right that the next one, it could be, like, that door could still be considered part of this encounter. Okay, well, I know it's kind of wasteful, but for science, we're going to heal Safi and see if it comes back in the next door. Oh, wait. Yeah, hold on.
Oh, yeah, cancel.
We still have our sustained spell.
Yeah, no, this definitely indicates that we're
still in the encounter.
Yeah.
Because the spell shouldn't have been active.
Yeah.
Alright, we sustained it, and we're gonna seek... Because, yeah, I'm pretty sure that the way the spell works in Dawnsbury Days is that it ends at the end of the encounter, so we're definitely still in the encounter. Now, this says hazard, but it didn't actually have it. I think that the things that say hazard are just, like, not necessarily...
hazards, but are indicating that there might be something there.
Alright. It looks like this is as far as...
Oh.
Ooh, she got another hazard.
No, there was a hazard here. When you initially had him and move around, and then when you clicked again, you, like, had moved off of that and she took
That
the
was
direct
weird.
Okay. That's fine.
She just walked through. That's whatever.
Well, you know what? We can do a 3-action heal once people...
Yeah, with the angel. Although we would lose the thing, but...
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. Well, we'll figure it out.
Fine.
They're not that hard.
We're gonna seek again, just in case. Success! More acidic spray traps. Alright. Whoa. No. How do I... I know there's a way that you do it step by step. Stride, right?
Yeah. It says click... Yeah. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
And then confirm the stride is there.
It was safe.
There we go.
Safe! Oh, we recovered from the persistent damage. That's handy. Okay. Alright, well, this step-by-step stride was already doing one. What? Oh, I guess there was something under there.
There was something under
we
the...
didn't see it
didn't
because
see
of the thing. Because of the spiritual
Oh,
weapon.
hazard on a square means the only way through this square leads through a known thing and will trigger a hazard if you attempt to take that movement.
Ah, that makes sense. Okay. So... let's not open it.
Yes. Did not recover from the persistent damage.
That's fine. I mean, it's not great, but it's fine.
Well, healing Safi is less for science at this point.
That's correct. Safi actually needs to be healed. Alright. So, we're going to heal Safi, not for science. Counterspell failed. Oh, I guess the counterspell trap likes to counterspell
nearby
anything
spells.
that's nearby.
Okay.
Alright, and
okay.
we're sustaining the spiritual weapon. So, Anna is going to move up and then guidance on Safi. And then raise a shield. Safi's going to open.
Open the door.
Oh,
hello.
It stretches. Well, it's around the corner, but that's fine. We still have a 90% chance to hit it. Let's use the bonus. It hit. And let's see. We already actually have a circumstance bonus to AC from cover.
Yeah.
So we will not need to use the shield.
The shield.
And
we
we were
just
likely to
smack
hit
it,
with the second attack, which we did.
Ba-bow,
Bow,
ba-bow,
bow,
ba-bow.
bow, 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 bow. Okay. So
Let's
us
attack the
use-
demon with an intimidating strike.
Can we use swipe?
Oh yeah.
I think we
They're,
might be
because
able to.
they're within our melee reach.
Yes.
Do it.
There we go. Now that does mean that if we made another attack against the Babao, it would be at a horrible penalty.
Yeah, but we took out an entire enemy.
15%. But this is a 40% chance.
Cause,
so
yeah, because they're known for
not known for their AC and they're
directions.
only level 2.
All right, there we go.
So that hit.
Tokdar's blocking the way.
Oh no! He was slowed for one round. Alright. So, let's see if Scarlet continues to be...
Despite having to deal with volley, yeah.
Yeah. Despite having to deal with volley, that's correct. Alright, yes, and it's wounded. Who's taking persistent damage, Mr. Babao?
It's you.
Not us. 25% chance. I mean, we didn't exactly expect that either of those to work, but
Well, give it a shot,
they could have. Alright, so we're gonna sustain an attack.
Yoink.
And then we're going to... I guess we could either
Cast a
cast another
spell.
spell, or maybe we could
Soundburst?
Oh no, we're not
No, we're too
close
far.
enough to Soundburst. What else?
Well, I guess not every... You could guidance Scarlet. She hasn't been guidance yet.
That's true. Let's see. Can we calm them? We could calm them. I bet.
Yeah.
I bet Babaos don't appreciate being calmed.
Let's
Actually,
go for
what rank is the calm? It is
Second rank.
Second. That's not good enough to
For the- yeah.
to incapacitate the Babao.
Yeah. I guess it would still mess with the Dretch, but if you're not
It
sure what
could
else to
mess
do.
with the Dretch. That's true. But
Or
I think that we could just attack
make,
again with spiritual weapon.
Yeah, let's do that.
And then move her slightly forward for next turn.
Yep.
Hey, it hit. And then she can move to here.
That's gonna go through that hazard.
Oh, yes,
see.
it will. So we will need to use
Step-by-step
step-by-step
movement. The comment is Mark is gonna try to use his words. With the calm, I guess.
Alright, here we go. So,
Attacking time.
that's right. So we can use... Let's intimidate this guy first.
Mm-hmm.
With, demoralize. Critical failure.
He is not afraid of you. Well, it was worth a
He
shot.
should be.
Critical
Because I got
hit?
a critical hit.
You should have been afraid of us.
I told you.
Yeah.
You should have been afraid of us. but he
Alright, there
wasn't.
we go.
Alright, so Safi is going to use his +1 striking, demolishing, gnomish flick mace
Mm-hmm.
to attack. Now, it is around the corner, which is not, like, the world's greatest situation, but that's fine. Critical hit! Knocked prone!
There we go. Well done,
Alright,
Sophie.
then we're going to attack again with that. Miss and raise shield. Try to stand, will you?
Try to stand, will you? Alright. Double try to stand, will you?
Yes, he did try to stand.
All
Let's
right.
use this cold iron Guizarm.
This is not Val's favorite thing in the world.
I don't think we need an intimidating strike. It's
Yeah, I don't think so
definitely
either.
dead if we hit with the Guizarm.
Yes.
Which we did. And since we were slowed, we're not going to have enough actions left to get up to this guy and attack him. So, let's see. If we move forward, then that's
Can you
actually
do?
not
What
there.
about?
Let's seek.
What,
There might be
we
more
could
traps
also try
in here.
to. Do we actually have intimidation as a skill? We could maybe try to demoralize the.
We do not. So
Okay.
we have like +0.
All right.
So let's seek in this area.
Sounds good.
No. Critical save.
Well saved.
Alright, so. Miss Scarlet. Let's attack. Oh, wait. But I don't want to kill it, actually, in case the encounter ends. But they have plenty of hit points, so they're probably not gonna die. I'd have to, like, crit it again.
Could be famous last words.
Lori's going next.
All right. Yeah.
Alright, so. This really looks like the
It's the
encounter
end
is
of
gonna
the
end.
encounter, so maybe we just do a 3 action.
So let's do a 3 action heal. I was thinking the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
thing. Oh, wait, it will actually heal the dredge.
That's true.
That's fine. No sustaining, only healing.
Mm-hmm.
It triggered another counter spell trap, but it still worked.
Yes.
Alright. So, once again, we will demoralize. Frightened. Should be.
Needle darts.
Alright. Time for Safi to flick that mace. And not even gonna raise the shield, let's
You
just kill him.
fought well, Angel.
Oh, there was some comment in the chat about not triggering the fireball.
Because Laurie is flying.
Oh yeah.
It's possible.
Excellently, yes. but we still need a short break to recover before we press on.
Maybe this is a good time for...
It's hard
to
difficulty.
Tell us about this destruction our plane will face.
Yes, it might seem like it's not, but it is hard difficulty.
Miss Brightshield, angels don't descend from heaven often. We're honored by your presence, but why did you come?
Oh, right. So up in heaven we scried upon the plain and we saw demons gather in this one place. This fortress and the hill underneath it.
Underneath it?
There's an ancient Aeon mega dungeon in the hill under the fortress. We think the demons have taken over a part of it, but soon afterwards, our divinations became blocked.
That doesn't mean our plane will be destroyed. Perhaps they just cast some anti-scrying ritual.
Perhaps. But if demons are assembling here, then that is something we must take seriously.
Right. And also at the same time, a Starborn, the demon lord of undeath and artifice, dropped out of sight in the western reaches and we can't locate him.
You think he might be here? In the area that resists divination.
That could be the case. Thank you for telling us, Miss Brightshield. For now, let's complete our rest and continue with the rescue.
You have defeated all the enemies.
We
Achievement
defeated the
unlocked.
guards in the front of the fortress, but now we must
Time
do
to
the
adventure.
Hall of...
Wait, it says we got loot.
Wait, yeah, let's get the loot.
Don't forget the loot.
Necklace of fireballs.
Oh, and we got a minor sturdy shield too.
Yes, well, I know who...
We can transfer the runes.
So I think the rune... oh, sorry. Did we wind up using doubling rings?
We don't have doubling rings in the inventory.
Okay. We did not wind up using doubling rings. That is...
We've not done that yet.
That is sad. I guess that means we're gonna have to transfer the runes to here. I guess we didn't have enough money because before doubling runes existed, we previously owned runes for...
Yes.
There we go. So we got a +1 striking, sturdy, shield, minor. We got a necklace of fireballs. Let's see, who's most likely to have actions to do that? Probably Scarlet.
Seems legit.
Okay. So...
Wait, why does Scarlet have a +1 striking battle axe?
Oh, that's a good question. That should be on Talkdar.
I think that should be on Talkdar.
Wait, is that on Talkdar? Where's the end of Scarlet? No, this is the end of Scarlet, but it should be in the beginning of
Talkdar. Yeah.
She has the rapier.
Which is correct.
But
in
it
the
should be
short bow.
striking if we could, but we sold some other things.
Well, we could
it's
move
not
the
a big
striking
deal,
off the
though.
battle axe.
How often do we actually switch her to a melee weapon, though?
Not.
Never.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Fair enough. Okay.
Good talk. Now let's go to the Hall of
We're
Undeath and
looking to
Artifice.
switch her to the short bow. I think.
Moving deeper into the demonic fortress, we find the path forward blocked by a door that requires 2 keys. Each is sure to be guarded by powerful foes. And then there's another encounter, and then we level up. So there's only 3 this time, whereas last time there were 4. Although one of those 4 was like 4 encounters on its own.
Yes.
Alright, we're gonna begin the encounter.
Something tells me this is going to have 2 sections.
Inscriptions are an abyssal.
Can you read them?
Yes. To the left, Hall of Artifice. To the right, Hall of Undeath. Straight on, Altar of Sacrifice.
Something tells me Hall of Artifice is going to have constructs and Hall of Undeath is going to have undead. I don't know how I know.
also thought that.
The door is locked and requires 2 keys.
Can you lockpick it?
The lock's too complex. We'll need the keys.
One will be held by a construct, and one by an undead monster, won't it?
Predictable but straightforward. Right.
Yes, it does seem to be the case.
Shall we start with the Hall of Artifice? Because then in the Hall of Undeath we can do blast AoE heals and things like that that are bad for them and good for us to heal whatever damage we've taken.
Yes. Now, that is a good point. Let's think carefully about this. How high of an initiative do we think the enemies have? I ask because in Dawnsbury Days exploration mode, wherever we are in this list of people on initiative, it will suddenly start initiative there. If the enemies are higher, they will actually lose a turn. So given that our clerics are at the top of the initiative order, I think our best bet is to have like Safi or Talkdar somewhere near the bottom be the one who starts it. Because then, unless the enemies roll really low on initiative, in which case they're probably weak, it'll switch back over to our clerics quickly.
I like that plan.
Maybe Scarlet can do it because she can shoot from afar and then the enemies will walk up to us.
Yeah,
Let's do that. All right, here we go. So, what are they talking about our difficulty? They said Arcane Mark couldn't play on medium. They would just face roll that difficulty. Probably we didn't want to... I would normally play this kind of game probably on the even harder difficulty if I was playing myself, but it might take multiple tries, and I didn't want to do that one on that like stressful of a difficulty for a stream that you guys would have to watch, because
then if we
when I'm playing on ridiculous difficulty, I also play very carefully and it's more slowly, whereas hard is easy enough that we can kind of just do it and win, or at least up to this point.
Yep.
All right, so let's see. So let's put Anna can be back.
Yeah, we're gonna want to
here,
make sure that they're in a range so that they should be able to see into the room.
And then
she might as well raise her shield, or
she could
we can also
cast guidance.
Yeah, well, she can do both.
Although, okay, so yeah, let's guidance Scarlet. And then raise her shield. Alright, then skip. Alright, so she's already in a spot where she's going to be good, so... But I don't think there's anyone else we need to guidance right now, because I'm not 100% convinced that these
Well, we could cast protection on somebody, since the things were finished after each fight.
Also, Circle of Protection, which will create a 10-foot aura. The problem is we don't know whether we're going to get chaotic evil good or lawful. But I assume the undead are
They're not
going
to be evil, so let's do a circle of protection against evil.
Yeah, so let's do a circle of protection from evil.
The constructs may just be maybe lawful or they may be true neutral, but the undead should reliably be evil.
I'm gonna put it around Talkdar.
Because Talkdar is gonna Leroy.
And also just Talkdar is not guaranteed to have a shield.
Yeah,
so, alright, so that's what she's doing. So Scarlet is gonna go up and open the door. Hopefully we don't get very bad luck of the enemies going right between her. Yeah, they went earlier, so they lost their turn.
Yep.
Now, the bad news is that she's actually not in a spot where she can take that shot with guidance.
Yes.
Is what it is. Alright, so... however... It's clear from here, so she can move one... She can take a step one space, and then end her turn. And now these guys are going to get ahead of themselves. Let's see. So there's a giant animated statue.
What's its speed?
Its speed is, that's a good question, 30 feet. So, and is this difficult terrain, deep water? Only flying and swimming creatures can even move here.
So I guess it'll have to go around to the top then.
So, unless it has an ability to just be so giant of a statue that it can go through that, it's going to have to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This really makes me think there's like a hidden other thing in here.
Yeah.
But Seek is not a choice. This just, also, I guess it is level 7, so that's
so they're maybe giving you some more time to deal with it.
Yeah. Alright. It is pretty strong. And it has ridiculous hardness until we get our first crit, in which case its armor will break.
Yes.
Fortunately,
we might as well move Safi in a bit so that then when it presumably triple moves, then Safi will be close enough to...
I agree.
Be in a better
position.
So,
let's move Safi here. And...
We probably want to raise a shield in case it can cross the water.
Yeah, it may have some weird thing that it can do to cross the water. So let's have Safi move here, raise a shield. And let's see, where do we eventually want our front line to be guarding?
So, let's see.
So if it goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25... It can get to, like, here. Yeah. So, with its third action...
So we could move to a position where we would be able to reach there. Yeah, we can move there, that will block it off, and it won't be able to attack from there, because it'll be part of its triple move to get there.
Yeah, let's do this. Actually, wait, if we do here, then both of them... Oh, no, but it may not...
It may not go maximum...
Reaction.
Yeah, it may not trigger reactions, and it may not go its maximum distance.
Alright, so Talkdar is going to come up. Obviously, this thing is not evil, so it's not a huge concern. He's going to come here. Yes, there will be some cover. Do these both provide...
Probably.
The same amount of cover? Yeah. There's going to be some cover. That's fine. End turn. Yeah, we're good. Alright, so Anna just needs to come somewhere where she can see, which this is an example of a place where she can see, and she will cast needle darts. Maybe it'll crit and
Nope, it missed.
break the thing. Alright, it did miss. Let's see if we crit on our reaction here and break the thing. We did not. We did deal persistent force damage, though, which should apply right now. It did, but unfortunately, it has hardness. Okay, so we're moving in to the area with our good friend Lori.
So, with its resistance, the spiritual weapon is unlikely to do
It's
stuff
not going to do almost
broken.
anything until we resist the hardness 10. And it's not got any alignment, so Divine Lance is not helpful.
I guess we could
and
guidance
Soundburst
somebody?
is not helpful. So what we really want is... Yes, what
Guidance Safi, since Safi's got the best weapon against constructs, maybe?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, what we really want is just to get a critical hit of any kind.
Yes.
So... That being the case, let's see. What spots do not have... Okay. Our main goal here is literally, like, just to get a critical hit.
Well, if we go in more of a straight line here, that's
No,
still
there's
going
to be lesser cover.
Oh,
we need
right,
every single point of accuracy that
Yeah,
we
that's
can.
true. But that's still going to have cover where you are right now, isn't it?
So, hold on.
It's blocked. Greater, standard, clear. Yeah. So
Can we
don't
get
move.
clear and be 35 feet away, though? I think the answer is no. I think the place that we put it in, there is no place that is going to be clear in 35. So I think we just need to pick one that is lesser in 35. If there is even one that's lesser in 35. There's standard in 35. I don't think
we kind of blocked it in a choke point, but that was where it was, where the end of its movement went.
That is what it is.
It gave us the 2 AOs.
We knew that's where it was going to go, so...
we could also potentially, switch to the other. Wait
a minute.
What about switching to the short bow? I know we won't do as much damage, but if the point is just to crit, then...
The point is just to crit. Because we really, really need to break its thing. So, what's the deal with our short bow? It is a +1 striking short bow. Yeah, I think that's probably correct. So we switch to the +1 striking short bow, we move to here or somewhere with lesser cover, and then we attack with guidance. Alright, did 0 damage. But we expect to do 0 damage until we break the thing. So, and it does not have reach, it looks like. That's important. So we're going to strike, use the bonus.
We missed.
We missed. Okay, we're going to back up. We're going to raise our shield. Right, we're going to strike. We missed. We're going to back up. We're going to strike again. We missed again. Alright, cool. So, we are going to... Let's see. 20%. Oh, right. It also has very high AC. So, critting is also very unlikely. But you know what? If we don't...
Oh, folks are saying in the chat that there's a patch that hasn't been applied yet, so the raising ability is not extra effective against this creature because it's not tagged as a construct.
Oh. Okay.
But that will be fixed. Ow.
That was nasty. That was kind of what we expected.
Yep.
Actually, I'm surprised that Tokdar didn't get a reaction. Given that Safi did. But it could have just... Yeah, I don't know. Although maybe not because it was around a hard corner.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we can heal Safi. We can guidance Tokdar.
Yeah, Tokdar hasn't been guidanced yet.
And we can end our turn. Alright, now there should be this space. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yes. Actually, wait. Yeah, well, it's a short bow.
It's a short bow, so you're fine
matter.
either way. Yep.
Okay. We just need to crit. We did not. Okay. Oh, I guess we should have done assisting shot. That's fine.
Okay.
Alright. Here we go. So, miss. Alright, we're gonna step back. We're gonna raise our shield.
Tok'tar! You can do it, Tok'tar!
I mean, he's the only one who can actually deal, like, any damage. Exacting strike? Oh, unfortunately it hit. Alright. And then we're going to... No,
that
I
one
guess we can
blocks
just stay
Scarlet.
here. Yeah, we can just end our turn. Oh, we have... you know what? Hail Mary.
Just go do it.
The
You could roll a natural 20.
The chances of getting a crit are pretty low here. But also, if we don't just keep trying, we're never going to get it. Alright, so...
I guess she could cast Heroism on somebody.
She could cast Heroism on somebody.
I mean, you're done with the guidances at this point.
Yeah,
so.
let's cast Heroism on Tok'tar because he does actual damage. Oh, right, I need to be touching
You need to move
him.
up, yeah. But that's fine, that can be your turn.
Need to be touching. Alright.
Ow.
Yeah, that was
Alright, well,
that was
Lori, now
disastrous.
we know what your turn is.
Yes, we do.
2 action on Tok'tar.
That's right. And...
Oh, something about the desk doesn't count as having fully square walls to have hard corners.
Oh, okay, there you go.
I mean, that makes sense.
So we're literally just trying to crit here. We're crit fishing.
Crit fish.
Resisted. Missed.
Someday we shall crit, and then it will go down.
Okay, so... Alright. That missed. Raise shield. Enter.
You did
Crit!
it! Tok'tar!
Oh,
You
we got
the crit!
it! We got it!
Oh, yeah.
Slide it up here. Alright, we're done. We win.
Hit it again.
It's probably not going to
I
hit
don't
on the
care.
third one, but
Use the action.
we
Don't
might
waste
as well try. Okay.
it. Alright, Anna. Needle darts?
Needle darts. Okay. Good, we didn't kill it too quickly.
Well, remember, there's another combat, too.
Yeah, but maybe that'll be a different encounter. We don't know. It's a mystery.
I don't think it will because I think it means like actual encounter that we select on the.
That's
thing.
fair. That's fair.
But
Okay.
we might as well heal him there too because he was missing a lot. Anyway.
Here, let's shoot. Let's exact. Exact our revenge.
And assist.
Ooh, that was
Ooh.
also a crit.
Immobilized. Wait, immobilized.
It's not. Yeah, it can't actually
Yeah.
get out without pulling out the arrow, which means
Yeah.
that it actually is worth Tok'tar stepping back.
Yeah. Yes.
After the
I
attack.
was
After
going
the
to say
attack,
that.
once we probably win anyway.
Construct dropped a key.
Oh, well, if we
can
hadn't
collect
won,
it
we
from
could have
the
stepped back just in case to.
That's
yeah.
correct. And it would have obviously succeeded the athletics to pull it out. But
Yeah, but it still would make it waste time.
correct. Alright, so
And now we can come on over here.
let's see. We want Anna to be here. And she'll raise a shield in case we get attacked by an invisible creature or something. We can have Laurie here. She too will raise a shield. Scarlet can be...
Is she opening the door?
She's going to be opening the door, but
not right
next
now,
turn,
yeah.
because we determined for the same reason it gave us an extra turn against the
Yeah.
construct that Scarlet is the best place in the initiative right now for a door opening. But we
Yeah,
don't
we
want Safi to be that far back.
Yeah. So we do it on the next turn.
So I'm going to put Safi there, and then we'll have Scarlet open it on the next turn.
Yeah, we can advance Tok'tar a bit more too.
I agree. Now everyone's within the circle of protection.
Are there any more pre-buffs we want to cast here?
That's a good question. I would say, probably not. Let's see if Laurie has one, though. Like, I guess Laurie could cast a separate protection
From evil?
from evil on, like, Anna, just in case, because Anna's usually far enough back from Tok'tar.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just do it. Whatever.
She gets her spells back every
She
time.
gets her spell
so.
back every time. Alright, we're gonna open the door. It's undead.
Mm-hmm.
Decrepit mummies, skeletal archers, and a mummy guardian. Okay.
Alright, pew pew
That's
time.
scary. However...
So I'm guessing there's gonna be some cover going on with these pillars.
I cannot double shot. There is going to be some cover going on with these pillars. However, it's still an 80% chance to hit the only thing that we can hit. The question is it worth switching back to the longbow here? Because I think they're going to move back and then... Although, we could then just stride into the Hall of Artifice after... Well, you know what?
They're going to move up, so maybe we should stick on the short bow.
Nah. This turn we can do that. We can stick to the short bow next turn. Wow, that was very unlikely, but we missed both times.
Oh, there was a mention we could have used Fireball, too.
We could have used Fireball. But it's 70 feet. Could have worked.
Maybe next time.
The mummies do have fire weakness. And she did go first, so she could have done it.
Well, they're going to cluster in a minute here anyway,
Alright,
I think.
so let's... we can't ready actions. Otherwise, we could ready an action. Anyway, I'm going to... Let's see. What will be better for taking attacks on these guys? So that's a hard corner, which means they should have to, like, go around it to get to us here.
Yeah, so I think
but
his position's pretty good.
That position may be better.
Yeah. And then we could, yeah. Let's see. I guess we just raise a shield then.
Yep. I'm gonna end the turn. And then Tokdar can take
that spot.
This spot. Or even this spot? Let's see. The advantage of this spot is that it threatens out to almost as far as Safi's does, so that they're likely to both hit the creature.
Yeah, that sounds good. So
End
then...
turn.
That works.
Alright. And of course the archers are gonna arch, but there's not a lot of them. So alright. So here we are. There's definitely some decrepit mummies back here. So let's see.
Yeah, we could totally Divine Lance.
We could, but Needle Darts is...
Does Needle Darts still do more damage despite the weakness?
It's very overpowered compared to other cantrips. They don't have a weakness.
Oh, right, they're mummies. Okay.
Yes.
Their weakness is fire.
And it's longer range.
Critical hit.
Alright. I mean, hey. We'll do it. Alright. Unfortunately, everybody got despaired and somebody was paralyzed. Was it the angel?
I think it was the angel.
I think it was the angel. Wait. Well, no, because she's able to do something. Anacostia was paralyzed.
Gotcha.
But they're still all frightened one automatically. Because despair is pretty bad. Okay. So let's see. Maybe we should do a... How are these guys' fortitude? It's good, right? I mean, the decrepit mummy, nothing is good, and its fortitude is the weakest. The skeleton's fortitude is not the greatest. But, it's possible we could do a spiritual weapon.
I think we missed... Hold on, I think we missed a putt.
What was the putt?
Look in chat.
Charred way.
Oh!
Like the easy way or the charred
The charred way, yes.
Alright, so what is the range on that? 120 feet. Okay. So if we back her up to where, let's see. So she's... How far would that space be from this mummy? Is it within the aura? I think it is, unfortunately. Yes, I think any spot that can heal Tokdar
is going to be within the aura.
Be within the mummy's aura.
Yeah.
So in that case, it's just not worth trying to get out of it. Let's see. So should we try to kill the big mummy that's causing us serious problems, or try to finish off the lower, easier mummy?
Hold on. What are her options? Things? What is she using?
Spiritual weapon.
Spiritual weapon? Yes. What's her accuracy like?
75 versus 45.
But I mean, her accuracy compared to other party members.
I think her wisdom is lower than other party members. Well,
because if she's less accurate overall, then maybe we go for the easier one to hit. Yeah.
And can we guidance again? No, it is considered the same encounter in all ways. So let's raise a shield.
I guess technically we could guidance Anna, but she's paralyzed.
She is paralyzed. All right, so.
And Lori herself has also not benefited from her guidance yet this fight.
That's true. We could do a necklace of fireballs to hit all the mummies.
Can it hit the... can't quite hit the archer, but it can hit the mummies.
Cannot hit the archer.
Yes.
We could do it.
Why not, right?
I mean, we could save it for later. Should we do the 46 or the 66? Also, what's the DC on this fireball? 21. So that guy is 50-50, and these guys are very likely to fail, and they're weak against
Maybe
it.
we do one of the 46s to save the 66 for a later encounter, but so that we can still deal with the fire weakness? What do you think?
That's a legitimate thought. Especially since how much does this guy have? Like, if he fails, he's dead even from the 4d6. So let's do that then. Kaboom. Alright. I mean, that was good. That was a good start.
Awesome.
So
Let's see if maybe she can finish... Oh, yeah. Let's finish that one off.
let's finish off this guy. Since we did that, we can't do our backing up longbow plus strat plan, which I think overall would be a good plan, especially to get out of the despair. But that's fine.
That's
this one's
fine.
dead.
We can do that next turn.
We'll do that next turn. Okay. So
I'm being accused of being a hoarder. Hey, if I was a true hoarder, I would have said not to use it at all.
that's true.
I'm trying.
Critical hit.
I'm
Knocked
trying to
prone.
use the resources.
Knocked prone. Alright, then we're gonna step back.
And
we could raise our shield, but what's
could
our
al-
chance of hitting this prone
Let's
dude?
see.
It's 50-50. I think it's worth it.
yeah, let's go for it.
They all attack Tokdar for some reason. They don't like him. Alright, so I'm gonna back up. Well, I guess we can hit it first from here. We can use Intimidating Strike.
Do we actually want to back up? Well, I guess it depends on whether we think it's going to attack Tokar or
we
the others.
Oh, no, we don't need to back up now. Now that it
There we go,
got
yeah,
knocked back by
Okay.
our other critical hit.
Yeah, I was thinking about what's most likely to give him an
But we wanted to
attack
back up because
opportunity.
it was knocked prone.
Right, yeah. Of
Now,
course, I
that
forgot
does
it
mean
was prone.
Safi won't get an AOO for when it stands up, but...
Mummy dropped the key.
Well,
Collect it after the battle.
Safi doesn't need an AOO for when it's...
that's fine. That's
Alright.
fine.
Awesome.
Okay, well, we're not technically done yet because there is this archer.
Well, Lori's got the spiritual weapon.
True.
So let's, we do want to sustain it because
Oh,
that...
wait,
also
no, we shouldn't have sustained it.
Why not?
We should have moved so we could see the archer that sustained it.
Oh, so now, right, we can't...
I don't know. We should be able to sustain it a second time, but it looks like it didn't let us. Oh, whoa. I didn't want to move a second time.
Oh, well.
Oh, well, whatever. We're winning by a lot. Okay, so we'll back up to here.
Boop.
Switch back to the longbow. Because
And pew
it's
pew.
an archer. It's a skeleton, not because it's an archer.
Yes.
And we can sudden charge.
Pwah! Pwah! In his face.
Did anyone catch mummy rot?
As an angel, I'm immune.
Good. Now, Miss Bright Shield, I had a question.
Yes?
We're very grateful for your help, of course. But the Night of the Shooting Stars was 7 years ago. Demons have been attacking us ever since.
Why did heaven never come to assist?
In books, gods and their servitors usually don't assist mortals because of rules against interference in mortal matters, or because it could cause war among deities.
I heard that heaven can't help us because it is the responsibility of us, on our point of light, to take care of each other. That is the edict of the Oracle.
Fanciful lies. Fact is, it's simple fear. Angels are cowards just as much as the demons are.
Well, we come when called via plane our ally. Perhaps all of you are right. All I know is that nobody wanted to come with me.
Even though evil is right there through the double door.
You can feel it too, right? Two powerful demons.
All right. Short rest, everyone, and let's finish this and rescue Lenka.
Alright, here we go. Let's see what we got. Barbarian's Gloves. It is +1 athletics, and once per day we can spend 2 actions to use the gloves to heal and lose the fatigue condition. Alright, so this polearm has the trip trait. Theoretically, we could give it to Tokdar, and then Tokdar, who does have athletics of...
Could use trip on the
Could
polearm.
use trip with the polearm on enemies, despite not having a free
Can you
hit.
move, well, since we're away from that, can you move that so I can see the chat properly?
Yes. It
Yes.
says, why does Tokdar sound like such a hater?
It's like, I mean, I know it is hard to pop the fire jet. Drabi, you just had a video about using resources wisely.
Alright. So, let's go to beyond the double door. You finally find Lenka. But who is standing next to her? Is it Linda?
Dun dun dun. We'll have to see.
Sense them clearly. Two powerful demons beyond this door.
Maybe Lenka is one of the two powerful demons.
Cast your buffs and drink your potions, and when ready, let's open the door.
Okay. So, we can end turn. Then she can cast her Circle of Protection again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but she's not next to anybody good for that this time. So,
she could delay, I guess.
she can cast a regular protection.
Mm-hmm.
Or she can cast Sanctuary on... She doesn't have needle darts, right? So she can cast Sanctuary on herself?
Yeah.
Alright. And then we'll put Safi as one of the spots that's next to the door.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. I should have moved the angel back, but that's fine. And then Anna could have used heroism, but we used it in the previous fight. So we might as well put up a protection from evil on
like either herself or Scarlet, who probably won't be in the circle of other stuff. Yeah.
And then the guidance would only do it for the next turn, so we're not going to do that. Tokdar is going to take the front and turn. Alright. This is fine. She can now cast her Circle of Protection on Tokdar.
Yes.
Safi's fine. She can now cast...
Do we want to see Invis on someone?
Well, we could. It is for the rest of the encounter that Bless works, so we're going to cast Bless.
Oh yeah, good point.
And it doesn't require a sustained thing, so we're going to do Bless. Tokdar's going to end turn. Scarlet's going to end turn. Lori's going to finally move back a little bit.
Yes.
She does have Sanctuary. And then she can cast...
She could cast protection on the last person who doesn't have a protection. Well, actually...
She can cast protection on Anna.
Yeah.
Or she can cast her own separate Bless.
Well, if she had... Wait, who did you put the Bless on before?
It surrounds on yourself. So.
Oh, right, of course. So.
Okay. End turn. Sustain. Let's... To increase Bless radius.
Alright, so back to the scene.
She might as well cast See Invis.
Yeah.
End turn. End turn. Sustain. Cast protection on Anna. End turn. End turn. Sustain. Cast. Let's see. Let's cast Guidance.
Yeah, because we are going to go in next turn.
On Scarlet, and then open the door with Tokdar.
Yep.
Raise shield.
Lenka, you're safe.
Safi? Anna?
Oh, are these your friends, Lenka?
There's no demons here. Your senses were mistaken.
No, I still feel it.
That's not Lenka. And that is not an elf. They're demons in disguise. What? No! I'm Lenka, from Dawnsbury.
And who is your friend?
Diana here rescued me from the Hag Coven. And now she gave me this amulet of protection, so I'm not abducted again. Your friend Diana is an imposter. What?
Good to find Liz.
See? Only evil creatures can be hurt by this spell. No! Stop hurting my friend!
We must be careful here so Lenka doesn't come to any harm.
But it's not Lenka. It's just another demon, don't you see?
I don't know. I'm with Anna here. Something doesn't add up.
My senses are clear and I'll show you too. Good divine lance!
Stop casting spells against our friend, Miss Brightshield. Stand down.
In any case, the spell's lack of effect confirms it. Lenka is not a demon.
Wrong! I sense it. It's the amulet. The amulet the demon gave her is protecting her from good magic.
Lori, don't. Stand down.
Fortunately, the spell has another effective mode. Lawful divine lance!
Couldn't she just be chaotic?
What?
Lori just killed Lenka.
What? No. No, I thought...
A divine intervention? Those are the symbols of the cerulean sky.
Oh, this is precious. Here I thought I could corrupt a mortal to sin. But I actually caught an angel. I made an angel not just murder an innocent child, but outright fall. And I'm not even done. Your will save. It's probably not very good in your current mental state, is it?
My will save? What?
Doesn't matter. Dominate.
At least we won't
Alright,
get dominated.
heroes. You probably never fought an angel.
That bless isn't going to be helping us anymore. Nor is that sanctuary we put on her.
Yup. She's still got a sanctuary up. But she may attack us, in which case the sanctuary will go down. Anyway, so this is an enemy.
Well, I
with
was not
ranged
expecting that
attacks.
to happen.
Unfortunately, Tokdar can't reach the other one. Since the enemy has range attacks, we can't use our usual kiting strategy.
Yes.
We're going to have to try to attack despite the sanctuary against against Lori. Sanctuary success, and we did some damage. What?
Critical save. Rejected
Critical
succubus.
save.
Did damage to
We
it.
rejected her with rejection vulnerability. Ha!
Yes. How many dominates
How many
does
does she have? I thought she only had one. Maybe the things that have in cutscenes don't count because like that divine lance went way more than the actual range of a divine lance.
Yeah. I think so.
Her divine innate spells say at this point heal a dimension.
Yeah,
door.
so that was probably her last one.
They
then.
usually have like a bunch of suggestions also, which is probably not implemented in this game. So anyway,
Poor Lenka.
let's see. So if we go here,
Oh yeah, Tokdar had the circle protect.
Sokdar did have a circle protection. No, I think he crit fail or did he crit
he
succeeded?
succeeded.
I thought he crit succeeded.
He definitely succeeded because the
she got
succubus took
the
damage.
rejection vulnerability. He crit succeeded. The one who crit failed was actually Lori. Anyway, let's take our shot against the succubus. That's the one dominating her. So, if we kill the succubus...
Yes, we did deal damage to the demon with
We
the whole
did.
not being interested.
I'm not interested in you. We dealt damage.
Yes. The succubi can't
Have people
take that.
seen that comic about rejection vulnerability that someone made online? And I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
As the person who wrote rejection vulnerability. Now, it is true that she has healing.
And then she's going to use it,
And she's going to use it. But
We actually probably want to, see if we can take her out first, because...
Alright, let's see. So, we can go here. And she's been knocked prone. Oh, wait, no. Our turn is still going. That's right. Okay. Okie dokie. One action to move, and then... Needle darts. Sanctuary success. Alright. So, I want to be here, I think.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Because if she casts or stands up, she's done. So I think we can ignore her for now. She kissed him.
Ah, there was a kiss sound effect.
Yeah, I heard the kissing sound effect.
That's funny. All right, you can see all the. What are all the conditions he's got on him now? Wait, can we see?
Seductive presence, grabbed, and circle
yeah,
of protection.
Okay, got it.
Okay. So the line is clear from here to do a shot. Boom! Critical
Nice,
hit,
immobilized.
immobilized. And then an assisting shot. Miss.
Alright, we knock her out.
Okay. So,
Let us those unconscious, knocked out, not killed, because our characters definitely wouldn't want to be like, let's
go here. Yes, there's probably cover, but it's also a flank for Taktar.
Yeah.
Alright, she's now prone.
Alright.
I'm not going to bother raising shield because we all know our will save is the real shield.
Yes.
Okay. So,
we probably want to move up so we actually hit people in our bless.
Well, let's needle darts first and ask questions later. Okay.
Fair enough.
So we could also increase the radius of the bless. Is she within it?
I think no. But she would if it increased once.
Then we might as well increase it.
Yeah, I saw the symbol appear for her being in radius now.
So Taktar is grabbed, so he cannot use he cannot use his weapon, his cold iron weapon.
Yes.
He could try to escape, but it's actually grayed out. You're forced to stay in the grapple by the succubus.
Probably because of one of the other effects we have up on us.
And we're also drained. We rejected the succubus and can incorporate the rejection into demoralize to keep dealing additional mental damage. You can't attempt to escape her or take actions against her because of a passionate kiss.
Yes.
I see. That's just sort of like a way of dealing with the suggestion effect that would normally be on there.
Yeah.
And therefore we can't take any actions.
Other than, I think we may be able to use Barbarian's Glove to heal ourselves, but we don't technically need to. What was the Cerulean Sky Boon again?
It's a once per ever thing to...
what does it do? Was it
a
a heal?
healing, yeah.
Okay.
Alright. I guess we just end turn. We could theoretically delay, but there's not really much point in doing so. Take that! Disrupted!
Disrupted healing. Critical. Nice.
Okay. Well then.
Pew pew.
Take this! Uh-oh. There's more demons. They opened the door. Let's see, where will we get the best situation in terms of cover? The answer is nowhere. There will always be cover.
Until it moves forward, yeah.
There will always be at least standard cover. So, in that case...
You probably want to be on the farther back side because then you'll be closer to being in a position that's better
I agree.
later on.
And the 50 looks like it's standard cover. So let's go here. And then shoot an assisting shot. Boom. Nice. And persistent bleed damage. Alright, so Safi... Let's see. I think that... Let's see. No, that may have cover. Let's go, like...
Here?
Here.
Yeah, that works.
And raise shield. And Anna can move forward. Increase the blesses area.
And move forward again.
And move forward again with this gigantic bless. Alright, so... If this is the only thing that's going to be
there's a comment.
the
Demons are not very helpful. They can only come in after the succubus was down. They're so fired. Look, you can't blame a Dretch for not being very smart, okay?
You can't blame a Dretch for being lazy.
Yeah, oh yeah!
Right? Okay? You can't.
It's literally its nature. That's true. I get it. That makes so much sense.
Okay. This is like... Oh, it's actually clear. I guess whatever this throne thing is... Oh, no, that is clear from itself. Okay, yes. So we're going to go here. We're going to shoot.
Our bow.
It is immobilized. Also,
done.
we probably will just kill it here.
Demon is dead. The angel is subdued.
Something tells me maybe that Dretch was supposed to, like, come help the succubus during the fight.
I feel like its orders were to do that.
We had killed, but maybe it was scripted to come during that round and we killed her too quickly.
I think probably.
Lenka! Can anyone... We can still save her, right?
At this point, we would need a resurrection ritual. But it's expensive and no Dawnsbury healers can cast it.
Why did the angel attack Lenka? It was plain obvious the little girl was not a demon.
Detecting alignment comes easily to angels. I have the ability innately as well. And Lenka registered as overpowering evil, but I think the necklace. It's not an amulet of protection. It's an amulet of false aura. A trap gift given by the succubus.
Glory was played and fell for it. Literally, in this case.
Kids, that's why people in a normal fantasy world do not let you just cast divine
And
lands
land some
randomly
people,
on
yes.
people as a way of detecting alignment, because that is like barbaric. Even if you think they're a demon.
Let's sweep this up, everyone. We can come back from this.
What should we do, Battle Leader?
Search the room. We need information on how to enter this Aeon structure underneath the hill. No matter anything else, we must still find out what the Starborn is planning.
Take Lenka's body back to Dawnsbury. We'll keep it safe until we find a spellcaster capable of casting a resurrection ritual. And let's take Lori back as well. She killed Lenka, but she's still an angel, and it's still our responsibility to take care of her.
What happens to her next, I think, will largely be on her. But to start on her atonement, I'm sure she'll be happy to tell us more about this Aeon structure.
We have defeated the succubus and subdued Lori. Now we can level up.
Also, there should be like probably some loot.
Yes, but first is
Underleveled. Alright, so we get a cleric feat. We can get steady spell casting, but the enemies don't have a whole lot of AOs. We can get detonating spell, where we can cause our energy damage to detonate to creatures adjacent to the original creature, or we could do selective energy. I think we should do selective
energy is good.
And then we can prepare another third rank spell.
Our friends are often up and right in the thick of things.
That's true. I would have liked to cast Roaring Applause, but like that construct was immune to all mind mental, because it gives us free attack of opportunity from everybody. But
we can use it in a future encounter.
yes. What other third rank
there's a
spells?
question for using mods. No, we are not
using any
mods.
mods. We are playing the base normal version of the game. So another thing is that since demons are enemies, Crisis of Fate is good
Could be a
against
good one,
demons.
yeah.
But there's also some other spells in here.
We think we're going to be dealing with a lot of undead, Searing Light.
And Searing Light does a ton of damage.
To fiends and undead, yeah. Maybe
So
Searing
maybe
Light
Searing
then?
Light.
Yeah.
Give us a, like, it is quite a lot of damage.
Yeah. Sounds good to me. And there's not anything that became obsolete at this level from our earlier things.
I mean, the Bone Shaker isn't as useful anymore as it used to be, but it's still not completely useless, since the 3-action version can definitely knock prone even on a successful save, which is pretty strong. Alright, let's see. So Scarlet is going to grab a fighter feat. Is there something useful for her?
Is there something for Pew Pew archers?
Let's see. No. 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 No.
Melee.
No. 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 I mean, this is not completely... This is not completely bad, but it's also not very good. No.
Melee. Shield.
No.
That's a shield-based one.
Yeah, it's a shield-based one. I was just looking at it because I'm thinking ahead, since everybody's on these same ones. No. 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 Okay, cool. So
United Assault was the only one we didn't say no to, I think.
Which one?
United Assault?
Yeah, I think she literally can't use anything else other than second weapon group in case she's gonna make a melee attack, but that's very unlikely. So this is almost completely useless and is kind of clutter to have it because all of her other types of strikes are, but you know what? For her first strike, she can't use a press, so she might as well use United Assault. It is not completely useless. All right, let's look at Tokdar. So Tokdar could get Shattered Defenses to use after he makes an intimidating strike, which could cause them to become flat-footed until their frightened condition ends.
That's solid.
If they were already flat-footed, which it often is, it can't reduce its frightened condition, which is pretty good.
I like that one.
Dazing Blow is you have to grab, which we're probably not going to do when it stuns. It's very good, but we're probably not going to be able to use it.
I think for his build, Shattered Defenses probably.
Knockdown is a strike that automatically makes free trip attempts, but without taking into account your multiple attack penalty.
That one's also solid.
Also good.
Two-handed weapon.
Also good. I would say probably
Knockdown or
Shattered Defenses are both very solid options. I like them both. So the main thing is, I guess, Knockdown competes with Intimidating Strike, so maybe
maybe Shattered
Defenses. And also because Safi can knock things down on a critical.
Yeah,
so Safi has an embarrassment of riches because
the...
Safi can reactively shield block for allies. Which is excellent, especially with the better shield. Safi could also get a second weapon group, which actually, honestly, we might want to do some retraining. I know there's retraining.
Yep.
So if we edit Safi, so if we took a second weapon group for shields, then what other feats are there that we have?
It looks like we took reactive. We took double slice, reactive shield, and sudden charge.
Okay, so here's the question: is agile shield grip better than reactive shield?
Remind me what that one does.
That allows us to not. I mean, the reason I wasn't using double slice in last fight is because the shield was not agile. So it allows us to make the shield do D4s but be agile, so that therefore that we will not take any penalty for the offhanded attack in the double slice.
It may be worth, because usually we do have Safi spend the action to raise the shield.
All right, done. We'll just need to remember to
use
change
the agile
the grip,
shield grip. Yes.
Whenever we can. All right, cool. So go back to the adventure path. We did this. Everybody's leveled up. Let's see. Oh, our loot was a moderate healing potion. I guess we can put it on Safi.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no. Safi has more than we think. It's in the bag of holding. How do we look to see what's in the bag of holding?
Maybe click on it.
Right click?
Oh, I see pictures of the things that are in the bag.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Safi's got multiple healing potions in there. That's just why there are no moderates. It's true. 3 lesser, but that is... And Tokdar is 2 lesser. So maybe we can give Tokdar a moderate and give Safi an additional lesser with Safi.
The bag is
already holding the 5.
Oh, we can also sell the scrolls if we can't use them because we are very focused.
Yes, this is the time to sell the scrolls.
Yes.
We put them on Safi for a reason. Also, we don't need this regular steel shield.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess if Safi's other shield or his other shield breaks,
I guess having a backup shield is not pointless. Anyway, there's some options for us around. So there's also some of these like random items.
So everybody has the +1. All the weapons are okay. So I asked now, do we get the doubling?
It's Wayfinders, also known as Aeon Resonators.
Do we get the doubling runes and then sell the extra striking stuff?
So we could. I think over time it will save us money because of the fact that we sell the stuff for exactly the cost of the doubling runes.
Yeah.
And then that would...
I think we do that now.
That would not force us to move things around. Although I guess the problem is we just got this shield.
Yeah, well, if we keep saying that, then we'll keep getting stuff and being, oh man, I wish I blinked.
That is true.
So I think we do it now.
Fair enough. Okay, so let's get the doubling rings. Although the doubling rings do take a spot, but that's probably... Actually, before we do that, let's make sure we have all the things that we want to have. So we've got rune stones of... We want armor rune stones on the other two people who don't have them.
Oh yeah, let's go ahead and get those first.
Okay. So that was the most important purchase that we could make.
Hold on, they say...
Arcane Mark didn't use double shot much, even though Scarlet has it. That's true.
We used it, we used it last time.
We used it last time, but here we didn't because of the fact that we were more focused on damaging the big guy. I did use double shot last time because there were times when it made sense to use it.
So one thing I'm thinking about here is property rune onto Scarlet. Would we potentially want to make her longbow a disrupting longbow? Like, do we think we're going to be dealing with?
Wait,
more...
Dave said some archetype would be better than United Assault. It would be, but I don't think archetypes are a thing. So in terms of disrupting runes, I mean, we don't know if there's going to be a lot of undead or not.
Well, what does fearsome do?
Fearsome is every critical hit frightens one, which certainly could be useful. This one does not have a property rune, whereas this one does, or this one does have a demolishing rune, and hers is wounding. So we could put fearsome on Tokdar's so that he has multiple ways of dealing fear. On the other hand, we could we cost more money than we have, and we could just not do that.
Another thing we might consider is making Safi's Flick Mace Cold Iron.
True.
Since we're in the Demon Tower of Demons.
We are. It's not like silver is even a choice. Only Cold Iron is. I mean, there's not that much reason not to make it Cold Iron. I mean, I think we can take it off later if we decide we don't want to upgrade to like higher quality Cold Iron. So might as well. Okay, so we made it Cold Iron, and we don't need any like basic stuff here. So what we can do at this point is do the thing that we said. So we're gonna grab doubling rings. Then we're gonna sell off these runes. Oh, we have to detach them and sell them. So we actually do lose a little bit of money from this. And then this should be doubled. It says it doubles things from your left hand to your right hand and vice versa.
Maybe we have to take it off and put it on again now that we just did that?
No, I mean, it probably is.
Stats,
you have the ability to read that.
It says +1 striking,
right?
sturdy shield. In the fine print.
Alright, there we go. And we have 50 gold left over. Let's check the adventure path. When is the next time we get to go back to town?
It's gonna be a while.
Well, there was a thing that said downtime. Does that mean Dawnsbury, or does it mean downtime? I mean, nothing ever said Dawnsbury again. I'm gonna assume that the downtime with the picture of a town.
After we level up next time,
So yeah, after next time, there are like 5 encounter areas. Yeah. So the question is there anything like really super good that we could get with 50 gold? I think the answer is probably not. I mean, don't get me wrong. Ring of the Ram is a decently useful item,
but we don't have 50
example.
Gold. But that's not 50 gold.
It's not 50 gold. But since it's a one action ability.
We could save up at this point, I think.
Yeah, I think we can save up. There's definitely items
Another option to
that
consider would be the Aeon Stone. What does it do with the Aeon Stone of...
Item bonuses to saving throws, which are not very good compared to,
because we have the armor already,
to a resilient rune, but we also don't have a resilient rune.
So we could hypothetically do that, but eventually we would get resilient, and then those would be obsoleted. So I think we're probably fine.
I think we're okay. All right, so I think that's where we're gonna stop for now. So everyone in chat, thanks for joining us. Please like and subscribe, and please vote for the next episode, which is coming up in a minute.
Yeah, there was a mention of knowing their demons of coming. Yeah, demons have been weak to Cold Iron since before the remaster, yes.
That is
to
true.
Answer your question?
They've always been weak to Cold Iron. So let's vote for whatever the next episode on next Saturday will be.
When did demons being weak to Cold Iron first show up? Like, what edition of D&D was that?
Well, let's see. I'm pretty sure that they needed like a certain plus of weapon in the older ones, and they had lots of all those weird elemental immunities, and that in 3rd edition is when they put in like more of the different metal things showed up there than before, instead of like you must have plus X to do it. But then there was an equivalency event where it was like, well, +3 is now
where
can go
+3
over the Cold Iron,
go over the
+4
Cold
can
Iron,
go over the
yeah.
Adamantine, and 5 can go over the Holy. So you can vote. It looks like everyone voted for Dawnsbury Days again, so we're gonna do Dawnsbury Days again.
Awesome! I'm glad we get to continue this next Saturday with y'all.
So next Saturday will be Dawnsbury Days, I guess Aeon Structure.
I'm guessing we'll probably
Saturday.
do the 3 encounters up to the long rest.
Yeah, we'll see. If they are actually just one encounter and not multiple encounters, perhaps we will do all of them, but we probably will just do 3. Whereas Heaven is obviously long enough that we will need to do it in multiple days no matter what. And Beyond the Barrier looks like it also has more things. Although maybe not that much more than the end structure. So we'll see what's going on with that.
Well, let's see, because it says level up and then Dawnsbury. Is there a scene?
What? We're in Dawnsbury.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's where we are. All right.
While in Dawnsbury, we're in downtime mode. So I'm gonna save the game.
Saving.
That's right. Here we go. I guess we
might as well do a new file.
different thing, so we can do a new file.
Game saved.
All right. Well, take care, everyone, and we will see you on Tuesday for Dragon Week, or on Saturday for Dawnsbury Days, or whenever the next time you decide to show up. Take care and have a great weekend.